We're here this morning on a really beautiful autumn day in the Grampians National Park, which is super exciting because the Grampians are an absolute coveted wonderland, which is the name of this particular section of the national park, for bushwalking, rock climbing, abseiling, all of that good stuff. So today we are doing some of the smaller walks. Yeah, we are.
We're not doing the multi-day walk.
No, I'm very keen to do a multi-day. You can actually do a 12-day through hike through the Grampians, which is absolutely amazing. But today we are exploring the Grand Canyon, potentially the Pinnacle, and a couple of waterfalls. So let's get going. Do we want to try and go up the Pinnacle first then? Or the Pinnacle via the Grand Canyon? Okay, let's go this way. Rowan says I shouldn't be telling the camera that these walks are short because you don't have to know, but then I show the signs, so they do know. They do know.
These are long multi-day. Some of the walks we do are like 100 k's.
We are super hectic bush hikers. Check out these rocks. Those are some cool rocks.
The trail winds through the Grand Canyon, a narrow, dramatic gorge carved by time. Towering cliffs laid with millions of years of history close in around you, and it feels like you're stepping into a whole nother world.
Truly is quite an impressive little spot. I'm wow. Oh, that's amazing. It's amazing when you walk into these areas and just blown away by how unique they are. We've been to a lot of national parks now during our time on the road, and just each place is so unique. The Grand Canyon loop here is only 900 meters long, which is why it is quite busy. But well worth it. Well worth coming and having a look. I think that a lot of people think that there's not variation in landscape across Australia. But even these places that are, very, what you would say, typical Australian bushland settings, each one seems to hold its own unique character. It makes it so special to be able to come out here and see it.
Word for word, I could say the exact same thing about the bakeries across Australia.
That's actually very true. You want what do you want? A Lamington, a tart, an apple turnover. There's
They all put their spin on it.
They all put their spin on it.
We have to try them all.
I think that we will pay a visit to Halls Gap Bakery after this hike, and we'll show you around.
From here, the path climbs steadily. There are steep steps, rocky ledges, and a few moments where you'll need to scramble a little. But there's always something beautiful around the next bend. It's the kind of place that reminds you why you lace up your boots and head outside. It's not just for the views, but for that feeling you get of being a little more alive.
I like to call a luxury bushwalk. Got a metal grate path here. Easy going. The worst thing when you're trying to make an ascent is when all of a sudden you have to walk downstairs. If I'm going up, I want to keep going up. I don't want to lose my progress. There truly is a wonderful grandeur about this place. Even the trail, there are just these huge limestone steps, and it just, I don't know, I probably sound a little bit weird, but it is amazing. I mean, look at this. Wow. This place is just phenomenal. I knew it was going to be good, but it's definitely lived up to its expectations. This hike's also really quirky. I like all of the little fun signs sprinkled around. It's good to see national parks having a bit of fun.
Lately, I've been reframing the way I get outside. In all honesty, there's been a little bit of burnout going on behind the scenes here. And this day held an unexpected lesson in the importance of slowing down, showing up, and being patient with each other and with ourselves.
Enjoyed a good play up on the summit there. Now we just got to make our way back down. You always think to yourself, awesome, I get to go down from here. but it's just as hard on the legs. Now I've got to focus on balance and strength.
Now, at this point in the story, you might be anticipating a shot of us returning to the van or scenes of settling down at camp. However, this is the 5K walk that took us 5 hours. A lesson in why you must always be prepared when heading into the bush. You see, not far along on our way back out, we came across somebody who'd been injured, alone, stuck, and in a bit of strife, without any comms devices for themselves. We stayed with them, helped communicate with emergency services, and waited quite some time in the growing heat as the SES and paramedics carefully made their way in.
What is it, 3 hours later? Yeah, it is, isn't it? 3 hours. All right, now we're getting out of here.
After the day of all days, we gratefully drove back down into Hall's Gap to reset our nervous system with a little bit of a treat.
Oh, that's the best. That's actually the best. You gotta have a go. Oh. Can't believe I've never done that. It's got an incredible tail. Yeah. You have a shiny, shiny coat.
We'll calm down a little.
There's too many mouths to feed.
You're being patient, I like you.
Uh-oh, there's another one.
You're a little bit more aggressive than the wallabies, but...
Hey, mate.
Head out.
What a day. That was something completely unexpected. We set out to do a rather short hike through the Grampians. Would have taken us no more than 2 hours to complete, and instead it took us 5. It just goes to show that you really do need to be prepared no matter how long a hike you have planned. We were smart enough today to at least pack some extra snacks, and of course I had my satellite phone on me, but to be fair, we didn't take extra water. I didn't pack my first aid kit, and it all just comes from this place of like, oh, well, it's a short walk, so what can go wrong? I mean, the fact that we had to wait 3 hours in very, very minimal shade for the paramedics to make their way out. You are in the wilderness and you have to respect that. Big lesson learned today, to always be properly prepared, because even if you don't need the help, there might be somebody else who does. Good morning. And yes, I am wearing the same dress as yesterday afternoon. Thank you for noticing. When you live on the road, out of your van, out of a vehicle, outfit repeating is the norm. It's necessary. Oh, here comes Rowan. Rowan's just checked us out of this caravan park that we've been staying in. Very luxurious. We're a little bit sad to be leaving because we booked ourselves an ensuite site. I know, how bougie, but man, is it good. It's like going on a holiday. Having your own bathroom, your own plumbing. Wow.
Do many people do that?
Yeah. Is that unusual? Is that unusual to be no more than 10 meters away from your toilet? Anyway, we are now going back to the world of free camping. We're heading northwards from, where are we? Grampians, with the goal of Mildura in mind. So we're probably going to find somewhere to camp about halfway. But before we do, we're going to stop in Hall's Gap because we need a couple of supplies, and there's a little corner store supermarket there. And B, I promised you yesterday that we would go to the bakery. So we're going to go to the bakery. We're going to go to the bakery. Can't decide. That's it.
also one of the chocolate croissants.
No, I'm good, thanks. Show us what you got.
Oh yeah. See, some couples have love languages, but we're pastries. So a sweet little chocolate croissant.
Look at
That. But I could not resist. I love an apple filling. Got that from my father. And I had these little apple pies. Look at that.
So good. And it all looked like it had just come out fresh. It was a full bakery. You know, when you walk in and you're like, this stuff is good to go.
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
This diabetic's getting comatose.
I'm exceptionally jealous. I have my banana, my very gluten-free, dairy-free banana.
Yum. Oh, you'll feel good after eating it though.
I will, and I'm very hungry. So let's have our snacks and we'll head north. Taken a little pit stop today at one of Victoria's pink lakes. Now, unfortunately, it is towards, well, it's autumn now, so we've just been through a very hot and dry summer, and there's not a lot of water in the pink lake, so it may not be all that pink. Shall I make it pinker in post-production? Alright, I'm going to take the drone up to see if we can get a better shot of the pink, but it is completely dry. It's just salt, so it's like a pink salt that covers this area. Quite cool. It's like crunchy underfoot.
As much as I was tempted to slap a little colour grading on these clips, I decided it was more meaningful to showcase the reality of Loch Iel, Victoria's pink lake. In the right conditions, Australia's pink lakes are famous for their bright bubblegum pink colour. However, during dry spells like this, pink lakes become more of a grey lake. The expectation is Instagrammable pink paradise, but the reality is more crunchy footsteps with a whole lot of salt. Still, even without the pink, it was worth the stop. There's something special about places that change so much with the seasons. A little reminder that nature does its own thing with or without our filters.
I mean, I guess it's kind of cool because we can walk on it since there's no water in it. Quite interesting. It's like a gemstone. Is that like last bits of dried out water? Oh wow, yeah it is, it's damp. Should we harvest some? Oh man, that's all gonna show up in the drone shot, isn't it? I would love to see this when it's full because I think it would be very impressive. But the salt, yeah, the salt is quite pink. Well done, Pink Lake. You are pink.
After a few more freeway hours, we called it a day and set up in this lovely little lakeside camp.
We have decided to camp tonight at Lake Lascelles in Hopetown. Kind of like Hopetown,
Yeah.
but spelt with an OU instead of a W or W.
We don't know how to pronounce it.
We don't really know how. I have butchered so many Australian town names.
Oh, yeah.
I'm really sorry. But we are exceptionally grateful to be here because it's a beautiful donation camp. They've got hot showers and toilets and lovely lakeside campsites. It's obviously for that reason quite busy, but you know, not overcrowded. There are people parked right around the perimeter of this lake. It's actually quite chockers.
Only one cubicle though. One cubicle for about 40.
Yeah,
40 of us.
that's true. There is maybe an undersupply of toilets, so we may go into town tomorrow to take care of business. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go hit up the showers. Ron has had his shower, but I'm gonna go check them out. This is us. Here come the ducks. sort of hard to leave this campsite. It's very pretty here, particularly in the morning and at sunset. But we are also equally as keen to keep pressing on because if we do, we'll soon be in South Australia. And neither Rowan or I have been to South Australia. It will be the first state that neither of us have ever visited before. So keep that in mind.
Thank you so much for joining this week's adventures, and I can't wait to see you next week from somewhere on the road.